What's going on, Jerome's? We are in the death throes of mock draft season, and our guy Thor Nystrom over at Fantasy Life did up his final NFL mock draft and walk through the Vikings trade down twice, and they get some nice in return. So let's walk through this. So 1, Cam Ward, Hunter at 2, Abdul Kader at 3, Jalon Walker at 4 to the Patriots. So that's spicy, because everyone and their mom has been mocking Will Campbell to the Patriots. The Patriots go in a different direction. Now, Walker, Texas Ranger, I feel like he definitely has boomer bust potential, and I think that if Vrabel properly uses him, I think a mix of edge as well as just a little off ball. Yeah. But is he Parsons adjacent? Maybe. I don't know, man. But the Patriots do that. The Bears, come up and trade up with the Jaguars. Now, this could be tricky. So the Bears come up and trade with Jacksonville up from 10, and by a lot of reports, it seems like Jacksonville is really in Ashton Jeanty. Now, would they trade that away to get a second round pick in exchange for a 5 and a 4th? I don't know if they do that. But the Raiders take Mason Graham, Christian Wilkins, and Max Crosby. Let's go. Will Campbell goes to the Jets. So he and last year's first-round pick, Ola Fashanu, team up to be a nice tackle duo. Or Campbell could kick inside, too, depending what happens with AV team. Dallas moves up to 8 to take Tet. So I don't know, Dallas coming up from 12, giving up a third-round pick to get from 12 to 8. I feel like that's not a lot of draft capital, but I guess maybe it is. But they give up 76 to go do that because Dak needs a tall receiver. And I think that Tet skill set paired up with CD Lamb would be a nice combination. Tyler Warren, the Niners trade up from 11 to 9. They give up third round pick in the process. Yeah, one of the comp picks, as well as 11. So they come up for Tyler Warren. So that could be the writing on the wall that George Kittle's time with San Francisco, who he's definitely up for a new contract, could be over. The Jaguars, in the pick that they got from the Bears, take Will Johnson. So I'm glad that some sanity prevails here. I know that Will Johnson could take a tumble because of perceived speed issues, as well as there's concern about the toe. I mean, there isn't really a concern about speed on his tape. It's really damn good, man. The stupid ass Saints take Membu. So there's speculation that Membu could be the first offensive lineman taken. I don't know. But the Saints, they lost Ramczyk, so Membu could slide in there nicely at right tackle. The Panthers, after trade down, take Mike Green. I mean, they gave up on Brian Burns, so they're just like, let's get the next Brian Burns. The Dolphins taking Kelvin Banks. He's a 1-for-1 spot for Armstead. It's a good spot. Loveland goes to the Colts. So Warren is off the board. Colts still want a playmaker at tight end. Colts and Loveland is going to be a stud. Shador Sanders, the Giants trade up with the Falcons coming up from the depths of the second round. They give up a 2, 3, 4, and a 2026 third to get number 15 as well as a 7th round pick. They take Shador Sanders, so they get him. Don't have to take him at 3. So the Giants come away with Abdul Carter and Shador Sanders. I mean, that's not bad. And now in a large market, we'll see if Shador can be that guy. And also, this is a Hail Mary throw by Joe Shane and Brian Dable, try and keep their jobs. The Cardinals taking Jahdae Barron. I like that. I like it a lot. The Bengals taking Walter Nolan as they look to rebuild their defensive interior. Matthew Golden goes to Seattle, another weapon for our guy slinging Sammy Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, because Seahawks, they traded DK. Lockett was released. So Golden and his speed with JSN, it's a nice duo. The Bucks taking Hottie Campbell. I kind of like that. A lot. Hottie Campbell, a great off-ball linebacker, super aggressive as a blitzer as well. Going to be a stud in the middle of that Buccaneers defense. Hampton goes to the Broncos, so Genty's off the board. And just a battering ram, just a dude to get after things. And it's fitting that he's with stupid-ass Sean Payton, because I feel like the Deuce McAllister comps with Hampton, I think it's pretty spot on. A 21 Pittsburgh sticking and picking, taking Jackson Dart. I don't know. Does this feel like Kenny Pickett adjacent? I mean, obviously not 1-for-1 in terms of player comps, but how come the Steelers treat their quarterback's position like a science experiment? They're just like, Mason Rudolph. I don't know. Chargers, Kenneth Grant, reunited with Harbaugh. It makes sense there. Michael Williams goes to the Packers now. Could be Shamar Stevens. Shamar Stewart. Michael Williams here getting after things on the edge could be a nice compliment to Rashawn Gary. And the Vikings at 24, Buffalo wants to come up and they take Derek Hammond. Now, if I'm the Vikings, Harmon, Zabel, Starks, all there just chilling. It'd be super tempting just to take him, stick and pick. But the Bills offer 30 as well as 62 back in the second round. The Vikings give up 24 and 97. So basically, it's a inside-outside, inside-inside sort of trade. I don't know. Like I feel like it would have to be more to persuade me to give up Harmon or Zabel in this spot. But the Vikings trade down here. The Texans get Gray Zabel. Derek Harmon with Ed Oliver. That's nice. That's nice, man. Zabel goes to Houston. They need help all over the place. He can play everywhere. The Rams taking Maxwell Hairston. So a bit of a run here on cornerbacks. Then you got Starks going to Baltimore. This sucks. I mean, the Ravens just sit back and like everyone else make mistakes, and Donovan goes to Detroit. Nice little pass rushing compliment with Aiden Hutchinson. Washington gets Shamar Stewart. So they lost Jonathan Allen. So they're also they're just trying to gamble up on their defensive line. And Stewart, I mean, has all the physical tools. I mean, you question the production, right? But I guess we'll see. The Browns trade up for the Vikings. Remember, the Vikings trade down with the Bills. They had number 30, and the Vikings get 33 as well as 3 6th-round picks, 179, 192, and that looks to be a future 6th-round pick as well. So moving down 3 spots out of the first round, I'm sure that the draft party will be ecstatic, but the Browns come up for Jalen Moreau. We'll see what happens there. Josh Simmons, I mean, Kansas City probably would have traded up for Simmons, but they get to stick and pick and take him. Connerly wasn't in the first round, was he? Then you have Emenwari going to the Eagles, which I know that Thor isn't a huge Emenwari fan, but Emenwari with Blankenship as well as Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell, I mean, that's a really good secondary, man. That's not bad. Vikings at 33. So super valuable pick because now between the end of Thursday night and all day Friday, you got teams potentially looking to trade. But since 4 quarterbacks were taken in the first round, probably not going to be a ton of clamoring. But the Vikings are able to get Donovan Jackson, who I would have been fine if the Vikings take Donovan Jackson 24. That's where we're at this point. But Donovan Jackson, the pride of The Ohio State University, a 3-year starter for the Buckeyes. And honestly, this is a Super Bowl caliber offensive line. It just really is. And Jackson did have to kick out and play some offensive tackle last year. Only gave up 2 sacks last season. Both were against Abdul Qaeda and Penn State. But three-game run in the playoffs, Notre Dame, Texas, and Oregon gave up one pressure at left tackle. So it's good to see there. Uber athlete as well. Can block man, can block zone, can do everything. And so I think at the end of the day, like Donovan Jackson, you can make a case that Donovan Jackson probably should be rated a little bit higher than Gray Zabel. Yeah, because you look at his impact at a blue blood program versus Zabel at NDSU, and he is a true blue left guard as opposed to Zabel, who's been sort of all over the place. But I think that Jackson at 33 would not be bad at all, especially given the Vikings' machination of trade downs. And as we said, so the Vikings, they gave up 24 and 97, and then they got back 33, 62, 179, 192, 206, and a future 6th-round pick. That's what the Vikings essentially got. And then they got a player at 33 who you would have been fine taking at 24. Now, you don't have the 5th-year option with Jackson, but small trade-offs there. And then just did a mock with the rest of the picks just to fill things out. TJ Sanders, I think would be fantastic. Just pure chaos and disruption. Brashard Smith, they've done a lot of work on. Be kind of a boring 3rd, 4th round, but in the 5th round, Brashard Smith, possibly could go earlier, but who cares? 2 corners, Quincy Riley, love his game from Louisville. O'Donnell Fortune has length on the outside. Kyle McCord as... Again, given his history with J.J. McCarthy, hilarious that McCord could be developed into J.J.'s backup. And then Aranda Gatson the second. A move tight end, joker tight end. He's not really a tight end. Just call him a big slot. It would be a lot of fun here. But that's it. Take a look at our guy Thor Nystrom's final mock draft. Vikings trade down twice. Get some good value. Get Donovan Jackson. I kind of like it, man. Why am I getting ads for hymns? Anyways. Let us know your thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.